Maybe it's you need to go back to the Zoom interface.
We're on.
So, yeah, that's it. Send something to the chat.
Um, okay, I want to see it. Oh, there we are. But it's not showing.
Okay, it'll probably react when we speak. Something of that nature.
All right. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hey, 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 dope people. It's your girl, Paisley. I'm the Mindset Makeover Maven and the Dope Life Movement Creator. And we are here on this evening with a couple of guests, as you can see. And I'm not really sure why we're getting all this feedback. We're going to work through the kinks, guys, because this is the first day of the new year. And this is the first day that we're here on YouTube. So if we have to switch some things up, we'll definitely do that. Okay. I know that's gonna. This is gonna
Try the three dots. So we got. When I get rid of that one. Should get rid of that.
All right.
We should be good.
So Max, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. There we go. I think we got something going here. I think we got it. We're figuring this out together, Max. Thank you for your patience. And we are going to. All right, is that any better?
Yep, I can hear you great.
Oh, perfect. For some reason, we can hear you better too. So we are here at the hotel in College Park, where I have Max on virtual, and he is from Odyssey Elixirs. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. And right here next to me, I have this guy. This is Aaron Michael from Kick House. You guys have been hearing me talk about my experience with kicking and punching and getting out some frustrations while I'm working out. And we're going to get into that a little bit later. So tonight we do have we're gonna jump into this, Max. Odyssey Elixirs. We know that a lot of people, we have folks out here who actually participate in Dry January. So if you're one of those folks who likes to kick off your new year without imbibing, get your health kicked together, all of that stuff, we have a brand here that has provided us with some lovely packaging. You guys know, so Max, you probably don't know this, but purple is my brand color. So I love the boxes.
Serendipitous.
And look at that, guys. Look at that. So they have sent us 3 different boxes. So this is the Odyssey Elixir was the first one. This is the 222. And this one is the Odyssey Revive. So there's different flavors and they all do something different. So Max, I'm going to let you kind of jump in here and tell us a little bit about Odyssey Elixirs and all of that good stuff. And guys, if you are joining us live, make sure that you drop your heart emojis down below. And if you're catching us upon the replay, make sure that you drop your number 2s in the comments down below. So Max, tell us a little bit about Odyssey Elixirs and what made you decide, hey, this is something that we want to do and put out there.
Yeah, absolutely. First, thank you guys for having me. To the people, my name is Max Surprenant. I'm one of the co-founders and I'm the director of national accounts for sales here at Odyssey. We started this journey about 3.5 years ago with myself, my CEO, my counterpart, Keith McAdam. And we had all worked together previously, actually, in a cannabis company, right? We had built it up. We did fantastic. It got acquired. We sold it. And then we kind of moved on to begin Odyssey and get this product to market. But why this Odyssey is even a thing? My CEO came across functional mushrooms, right? Lion's mane mushrooms, cordyceps mushrooms, and he just loved the way that it made him feel, right? It made him, feel better. It made him not want, that extra cup of coffee, at 11 a.m. and kind of just kept him going and kept him with this fantastic energy and clarity. And so, that was kind of the purpose of we wanted to go and bring these ingredients, bring these supplements into a mass marketable way that was exciting, that was delicious, that we could really share with all walks of life. Because we really think that it's the future of energy compared to a lot of the more traditional energy drinks that are out there that are using added sugar, that are using artificial sugars. So we wanted to create a product and we wanted to create a brand that helped people have better existence, right? And that's really our mission statement. And so what Odyssey is, we're a new age functional energy drink. And what I mean by that is, we use various lines of caffeine. We have 3 different levels of caffeine, like you had shown in the sample boxes. We have the 222s that are high caffeine, right? More traditional to like a traditional energy drink because it is high caffeine. But we don't use the taurine, right? We're not using all these extra chemicals that are overactivating people, causing anxiety, causing stress, and taking their nervous system for a ride. We actually use the mushrooms, right? But as well, ginseng and L-theanine to help balance out the caffeine. So you're going and having this more sustainable energy. And people, energy drink users, they're really loving that because when you use all these artificial sugars, when you use a lot of added sugars, it's not good for your gut. It's not good for your body. It's not good for your brain, right? And I think that's one reason why we see so many people and so many young people, young adults have these brain health issues, stress, anxiety, depression, more in this generation now than ever because they're not putting the right ingredients into their body. But that's now changing. And I think that we're really seeing that trend that people are looking to do better by themselves. They're looking for products, they're looking for products that are going to serve them and really, give them that benefit because they're paying good money, for it. And I think that, new age brands and, emerging brands should really have that kind of mindset to do right by their customers. So that's the high caffeine. We have the low caffeine, which are our original products, the elixirs. And those are like some of the top products in the natural market. When we think of independent natural grocery stores, mom and pop grocery stores, Sprouts, Fresh Market, when you think of this category, we're one of the top ranked drinks over in just a few years because it's really, people are looking for that lower caffeine. They're not trying to, they're trying to limit what they're putting in their body. Like we had talked about earlier, that there is this trend of non-alcoholic, or people just trying to use less alcohol, use less nicotine, use less caffeine, right? And I think, people are getting more conscious of what they're putting in their body, and they're reading labels more now more than ever. People are understanding ingredients, and they understand when you don't know what ingredients are, that should be a red flag. So we have that. We have the Revives, the zero caffeine too, because, we heard so many people that wanted that little jolt of focus and clarity, but they, maybe it was for at night, right? When they wanted like a social elixir or a social tonic instead of drinking, beer or wine, or maybe mixing it in more. So it's really interesting, what the brand has done and how many people we're reaching, but we're really trying to educate people on using healthy sugars, functional ingredients that serve you. And we also do a lot of work with diabetics here in the Southeast, right? We work with one of the largest diabetic education foundation in the country, primarily the Southeast, that we work with impoverished, ethnicities as well as regions that, they may not have all the tools, to get healthy, the proper diets to deal with diabetes and the proper healthcare. And so we use Odyssey as, they use Odyssey as kind of that platform to say, hey, these are some of the things that we should be drinking. And here are some of the things that we shouldn't be drinking, like Monster, Red Bull, even the Celsius, because diabetics, they can't use artificial sugars. They can't use added sugars, right? They'll die. And so it's been very powerful stuff. It's been very powerful. And I'm just blessed to be here, and be able to share a little with you guys and your viewers.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get into it, and we're going to try. So which one would you like to try?
So I'm down for the orange. I like mine simple. I need a little caffeine. It's been a long work day.
Okay.
And, when your whole week seems to have happened and it's only Wednesday, you can use a little energy boost. So I'm going to go with the orange.
You're going to go with the orange, and I am
focus and energy.
And that's the original Odyssey elixir, right? And so I am going to
start with the classic.
I'm going to do now. These are sparkling.
Correct.
So
lightly carbonated, right?
Lightly carbonated.
Not overtly carbonated, because we use real fruit juice, right? We use monk fruit.
Okay.
We use really natural ingredients. So if we were to carbonate them like a Red Bull or a Monster, they would explode. It's too natural. We're a health conscious company. We want our customers to be around for a while. So
yeah, we don't need any explosions happening.
Not today.
So I'm going to do the Odyssey Revive, which doesn't have any caffeine, because I don't want to be up until tomorrow. And I'm going to try the yuzu lime. So in this one, right? So the flavors in the Revive, which are the zero caffeine, you have the yuzu lime, the strawberry passion fruit, and then there is the prickly pear. I'm torn between the prickly pear and the yuzu lime.
Do you like things that are lighter or sweeter?
I don't love super sweet.
None of our drinks are super sweet.
So yeah.
The yuzu lime is very light. It's almost like a healthy Sprite. Very light. The prickly pear is our number one flavor on the Revives in terms of sales.
Well, I'm going to try that then.
Right. It's like, you convinced me. It's Sprite.
I'm going to try the prickly pear. So.
Ready?
Yep.
All right.
So I have a little glass of ice that was ice, but.
Yeah, typically, you guys, you should drink cold. Drink them cold. But you're still going to love them. I'm confident.
I already like the smell.
Oh, yeah. You can smell it too. We use
Oh my gosh, it smells delicious.
Yep.
It's got a bite kind of like ginger ale.
Really?
Yeah, mine does.
Yeah, the orange does have a bite of ginger in there. For sure.
Look at you.
See, I got a taste. I got a palate. I'm not going to say
palate.
With all that cold up there in Maryland, you guys need, some ginger and some, vitamin D.
For sure.
Eat everything.
That was the craziest thing.
So I do actually like, this is lightly flavored. It doesn't, like it's not overpowering. It's not super sweet. It's giving me just enough of flavor that I also don't feel like I'm drinking flavored water.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like flavored water or soda or anything like that.
Right.
It feels like tea with a little plus sign on it.
Little
Little something on it. It feels clean. It feels, goes down easy, but it's just like, but I drink tea and I get kind of like bored drinking it.
So it's your
Like, I know
fancy
it's just
tea.
like, yeah, no. So it's like tea I can like actually taste. Like I usually have to, dump honey down it or something like that, and then mix it up real good, or put something extra on it. But I like this.
Okay.
So typically, how long does it take for you to start feeling the energy and the focus? How would you explain the feeling of Odyssey?
Well, there's three different kind of levels there, levels to the game. And I think it also depends on like if you take in a lot of caffeine during the day, like what's your tolerance? For the revives, we see lion's mane, like you get an effect from lion's mane, right? You feel this kind of like clarity, this kind of like, focus. And I typically feel it within the first, 15 to 30 minutes, kind of like more like a little sharper, right?
Mm.
All right, cool. So it's gonna kick in.
Yes,
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
You guys are going to have a great podcast even after I leave, I promise. And so cordyceps, which is the athlete's mushroom, it doesn't necessarily, that's not something you're going to really feel, but it's going to something that's going to keep you going, and you're going to feel kind of less tired. Like you're going to have better stamina and endurance, right? That's what cordyceps is really used for. And lion's mane is used as the brain mushroom for like cognition, clarity, focus. And so these ingredients, you'd be surprised how many people are like, yeah, I take lion's mane, like, yeah, I've heard about this, my friend, my family. It's very popular. It's from the time that we started the brand to now, it's night and day. When we started this brand, you have no idea how many people told me, Max, you are out of your mind. No one's going to buy that. You're crazy. Okay. And we were like, yeah, we are crazy, because we saw the coming. We saw.
Yep. And all the
I-
other fruits too.
I actually so I'm a woman of a certain age, right?
Right.
And so meaning that I'm menopausal, and having something that's going to help me to focus, because I can pick up my phone to make a phone call and forget who I was calling and what I was calling them about. Like literally I can do it, so that brain fog is serious. And I'm not wanting to do a lot of other things, hormone replacement, things like that. At this point, I want to do some things naturally, but I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, and that's just my natural body clock, and that's when I'm sharpest. And in the afternoons, I'm a little bit like, yeah, no. So this is, and me being a realtor, I have to be available for my clients when they're available. And sometimes that's going to be in the afternoons or in the evenings and things like that. But also for me, I don't like this. The Revive is going to be great for me because I go to bed early.
Yep. You don't want it to keep you
But
up
I
all night,
also
right?
don't want to, I don't need a cup of coffee so I can be up all night, because I will be up until the next day. And yeah, and that's no good for anybody.
Yeah, no, you can't skip a sleep. It's
No. You can't, and
the effects are disastrous.
I tell people this all the time, like you can't make up sleep cycles.
Nope.
You miss your sleep cycles, you just missed it, bro. You're not getting it back. There's no like, oh, I'm gonna sleep, when I'm dead. Well, you might die a little sooner.
It's like you might get that sooner than you wanted it.
But yeah, so this I think for me is absolutely like, and I'm a flavor person. I can't take things that just aren't good. I love to have good food and good drinks. And so I'm not a person who's going to just, oh, let me just drink this or that. Like, maybe like my ginger turmeric shots or whatever. You got to just take
the medicines. The medicines. Yeah.
But
those things kick.
Something that I can actually sit back and enjoy. I want something with a little bit of flavor. But I don't want all the like sugar from sodas or whatever else is out there. The energy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so afraid like my heart's gonna burst if I drink.
Oh yeah, no. I'll speak on a competitor. I definitely had some Celsius for the first time. I do believe last year. I was just like, all right, too much. His heart's just going. I was just on vibrate. Hey guys, we gotta get this.
Settle down.
Yeah.
This is smoother, so I'm excited for the next 15 to 30 minutes.
You're excited for the next 15 to 30 minutes?
I've heard a lot about Lion's Mane. I've never really tried a Lion's Mane product before, so and I know I've definitely heard people talk about all the benefits of the L-theanine and things like that. So I'm just like, all right, I finally get to try it, see what it's like.
Yeah,
just a little brain buzz, little clarity.
Sure. And I think that if you are trying something new for the new year, right? You're trying to reset and recharge your soul. You're trying to like, hey, I want to make some new healthy choices for myself. I think this is a great opportunity for that, right? It's a great opportunity for you to be like, hey, and I know some people that do dry January every single year. This is something that you could add to your repertoire of like, hey, I want something. Sometimes you just want something, not water.
No, I understand that completely. I definitely had to start with a bunch of sparkling water first, and just kind of bring it back into more natural juices and just like juicing and I don't have a blender anymore, but when I had access to a blender, just blend out some fruits and stuff like that, so I could mix it up.
Absolutely. So I appreciate you coming on, sharing the story behind this, sharing this great product with us. Guys, if you are going to our website or if you're not signed up for the newsletter, make sure that you go to delaceypaisley.com, sign up for the newsletter because we will share all of the information and things for you to get access to these products. They are offering a 10% discount. So there is the Odyssey Sippin code where you will get a discount on the product. If you would like to try it, I suggest that you do because
I second that.
Like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you try it? Try to add something else into your fridge. I do like to have different things. Like if I'm having people over, I like to have something for everybody to, if you're not drinking or you're not a drinker, I want to have something available for you. So I have some things with a little sparkling water. This is a, mood enhancer. So you don't have to feel like you're just being left out either, right? If other people are having a little glass of wine or champagne or whatever, and you don't want to, you still have something that's going to kind of give you a little boost there and give you some clarity and be, good for you at the same time.
Just tell them I'm on the main. I'm good.
I'm on the main.
I'm good.
I'm on the main. I'm going to get that. I'm going to go tell everybody. I'm going to tell everybody I'm on the main.
I'm good.
Very awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for having me. Definitely follow up. Let us know which ones you like. And if there are any questions from your people that you get, feel free. We're here to help. And, we look forward to hearing back from you guys for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us, Max. We appreciate you. Odyssey Elixirs, guys. Make sure that you grab that, but we're going to also drop those codes in there so that you can get their offering for you guys.
Amazing. Have a great podcast, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Take care, Max.
So now, guys, we are going to go ahead and get into it with, let me see if I... So now we're going to get into this guy right here, right? But this is the Soul Recharge, the Reset Blueprint series of Sippin and Soul Speak. And I've been talking to you guys for the past few weeks about me going to Kick House, which is a kickboxing studio. So you guys remember the one day I was like, I don't know how my hip's gonna feel tomorrow.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
We didn't talk about that. I told them though, because one of my people went on the post and was like, "How's your hip today?" And it was actually surprisingly, it was not like I didn't, I felt like I had a workout, which was also kind of crazy because I didn't do any weights. I didn't,
nope.
it wasn't
you don't need to do all of that to get your pump, to get your burn, to get basically your catalyst.
Yes. And so I got in there and I had a good time. The instructors have been great and just engaged, funny. Like I had fun in the class and in between, right? Okay, you got to kick, you got to hit, you got to learn this punch, that punch, whatever. So I learned some things, but I actually had fun and I had a great workout. And so for me, I was just like, okay, cool. And then the next time I went, I told you guys about it, like my arms.
Yeah, someone told you to keep those hands up, didn't they?
Oh my God, my arms.
Okay. No, usually if you got someone like right up on you, your shoulder's the first thing to go. If you're really keeping those hands up and you're just like, woo, unless you're used to doing your hair all the time, those are the only people I see who are just like, oh, this is nothing, I'm good. What are you talking about? But once we get them throwing and everything, they're just like, my shoulders, I can't keep my hands up. I was like, that's gonna be part one. Those are your weights. They're right on the end of your hands.
Listen, my arms were on fire. I really felt like I had done like a bunch of push-ups or something, and I had not. But so it was a great workout. And for me, I do know that. So he made me get on the scale, guys. I got there, and I was just like, ooh.
Can't fix what you don't know. You gotta know where you're at. Listen, when that number goes down, you're gonna be real happy about it.
I was like, girl, love you. You had too many snacks. You had too many snacks or something. I don't know what's happening. But so I got on the scale and that number was shocking. And then but then I had fun in the class. And so for me, I was just like, this is something I can do. I know for me, like I've gone back and forth with like, do I want to join a gym or whatever? And I know that I need a class. I need to engage with other people. I need somebody to tell me, girl, you're not doing that right. Get your hands up.
Yep.
Get your knee up.
That same person is going to keep you from getting hurt, which is about 1,000 times more important.
That part.
Yes.
That part.
Like.
And so like, and I know how to work out, but I know for me, if I go to the gym, I'm going to do the same workout every day that I go, and I'm going to plateau very quickly because I need to mix it up. Yep. And so I feel like going to Kick House, I was like, okay, I can mix it up. You can choose from the different classes. How many classes do you guys have?
So we have 5 class formats right now. You want to go through the list? Yeah. Some of them are more strength focused. Some of them are more kickboxing focused, and some of them are built in for your mobility, for your connection to your body, and your recovery. So usually those are the 3 categories of classes that we have.
Okay. So now I've been to a couple of classes, and the first class that I went to, we did some kicking, we did some punching, but in between,
we did some exercises, some calisthenics. And
yes,
things like yes. So,
extra stuff.
No, it's the best stuff. This is the best stuff. It lets you know where you are. The little 1 minute pushes just to, make sure you understand the structure of your body and your muscles and how to put everything together and how to engage different parts of the body. So when we ask you to do the more complicated, full range of motion, get that foot up and turned over and into the bag, you're just like, okay, this muscle, this muscle, this muscle. Oh, okay, let's just put them together now. We're gonna light you up one segment at a time, and then like, okay, put it together now.
So it's intentional.
It's intentional, yes. Intentional work.
Got you. So yeah, and then like it's like a little vibe in there too. You come in and I think the thing that I was most impressed with was at the very end. When I was just like, wait a minute, you guys have been monitoring the workout because there's a monitor that you can have on your arm, but you also have the bags are smart.
Yep, we have smart bags. We want to make sure that you can see yourself getting stronger, getting better over time. So we just put a little sensor on the bottom that's going to track how many times you hit the bag, how hard you hit it on average, and you can kind of see, what damage you done put down in your 45-minute class. It's really nice, and you can just watch that number go up and know you're getting better, know you're getting stronger.
And that was really, really cool because, it's up on the screen. You can see like your performance for that particular day. But then when you walk me through the app, I was like, well, wait a minute. Now, this app is going to track all the stuff that I do and show me over time, where I've been, where I've come from, where I'm going, all of those things. And I thought that was like super cool to infuse that technology in there because I didn't expect that at all.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, so now I know,
I love it because it makes it easier for us to give people guidance because we can see exactly what you've been doing. So it's like, oh, well, let's see, you haven't checked in 3 weeks. Well, let's start with getting some more numbers down. Or we see that you've been going too light and you're all in your light zone. We can be like, okay, hey, do you understand the techniques and stuff? Let's start increasing our intensity, being intentional about holding higher heart rates. Or we can see, oh, you've been going hard every single time you come in here. You're probably just overworked at this point, and you're not really going to change if all you're doing is just beating your body up, beating your body up, beating your body up. I want you to beat up the body, not the bag. So when we can look at your intensity, we can look at the scores you're putting up, we can see what you're doing. It makes us way easier. It makes it way easier for us to guide you in the right direction. So that's one of the reasons I love having Impact Wrap in our gym.
Yeah, that was really cool. I was like, oh, okay, so this is gonna keep me on track. Like when I go to the gym on my own.
Yeah, you're just like, I did work.
I did it. Check. Going home. So yes, I'm super excited because you guys have a 6-week challenge coming up.
That we do.
I'm excited and I'm afraid at the same time.
Oh no! Look, you should never be afraid of a 6-week challenge because it's just like putting your workout plan on autopilot on easy mode because there's just going to be somewhere in your ear just like, yes, you're doing the right thing. Yes, this is how you get the results. Yes, we're going in the right direction. I've got you. I've seen you. I've checked where that you're coming in, all that stuff. It's just like having just a shepherd. Just like, hey, if you show up and you work with me, you do the things and you eat things that we recommend you eat and stuff like that, I promise you results because it's how the human body works. Like
so the goal in the 6 weeks is what?
So the goal, especially for the way we run it, is to establish healthy habits, is to make sure that you're going in the right direction, and just to prove to yourself that you can change your habits, be a healthy person, and take wherever you were and just level it up a little bit. Even if you're not perfect on the challenge all the way through, a lot of it, for me, what I think the benefit is, having run it a couple of times, is people understanding how to get results, them seeing the results, because I think a lot of people come in skeptical. They think that, this thing that they've been trying to do for so long is like near impossible, when it's just you haven't had the proper guidance. You haven't had someone to encourage you to make it to the point where you can start seeing the results and start seeing what's happening, whether because you're not tracking it or because you start a routine, but you can't stick with it because you're unsure of where you're going, or, you overwork yourself, you underwork yourself. But when you just have someone next to you who's already shepherded people through through the challenge, through their results before, it becomes a lot easier to just kind of trust in the process, show up, have the fun class, smile your way through it, and then you turn around, you're just like, wait a minute, hold up, but what? Hold up, when did this happen? You just kind of
I'm gonna mess around.
Yeah, no.
Summertime fun.
That's what we're going for. So that's I find that it's not super about the results in terms of like how large the results are and stuff like that. It's just proving to yourself that you can change, that you can start down that road because it's 6 weeks. The big transformations, typically for most people, it's about 3 months. It's really about 3 months. The first month, you're going to start feeling your energy come back. You're going to start feeling yourself being capable, and you're going to like lose like an inch or two, but it's not going to be, I mean, depending on where you are and how you're starting, it's not going to be super noticeable. But then two months in, you're going to look at yourself and be like, oh, yeah, no, I'm definitely different. And then 3 months, people are just going to stop you and be like,
what you doing?
What you doing? You ain't look like that before. What's going on?
What you doing?
Yeah, like what's your secret? And they always think it's a secret. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. You just gotta get on it. Yeah, no, this is no gatekeeping here. It's
so, you know, and I love what you said, right? Because a part of doing something is getting started.
Yep.
Right.
It's almost the biggest part.
So it is the biggest piece of any change that you want to make in your life, right? We're talking about recharging your soul. We're talking about getting the blueprint to resetting anything in your life. Is you have to decide first, right? So it starts here in your head. Hey, you know what? I want to not see that number on the scale ever again. And so now I can sit back and talk about it. I can sit back and think about it. But when I've decided, right, that I want to do something about it, then the next thing is making that step to do it.
Yep.
Right. And so when you take that step to do it, it's easier when you have some support.
Oh, so much easier.
If you have somebody that can do, that's why, you know, a lot of times people try to have accountability partners. Who wants to go to the gym with me? Who wants to work out with me? Who wants to do this or that with me? And things like that. If I have somebody that is going to be holding me accountable and also cheering for me at the same time, then that will make it easier, right, to stick to the plan. And then if you have an incentive, right, so you have an incentive for people to partake in this and get their results.
Yes.
So what's your incentive?
So, you know, in addition to, you know, feeling better, looking better, having more energy in your day, which should always be the incentives, we're gonna stack a little bit more on that. So if you complete the program and you lose, I do believe it's 8% body weight or 6.8% body fat. Don't quote me on it on this video. Call in for the details. But we're going to set you up with an extra month of training completely free, just for winning, coming out here, doing all the things you're supposed to do. We're going to make sure that you can stay on track with an extra month of training at no additional charge. It's a really great way to keep your journey going and make sure that you're not going to stop just after the 6 weeks, because you're going to want to keep going. Once you hit that first taste of success, that new invigorating energy, you're going to want to build it more. You won't want to go back.
So listen, you got a whole incentive for yourself, right?
Yep.
And then you have an incentive on top of that to hit your goal.
Yes.
So like, somebody gonna give me something for hitting my goal?
Exactly.
Well, man, maybe I can try this. So I'm still excited and nervous at the same time about jumping out there and doing this, but I am excited to feel better. And really for me, that's what it's about. Like, I don't weigh myself. I have a scale at home, I don't weigh myself. I knew that I needed to do something different because my clothes said not today. So that's really like for me, I've never been a person that's like, oh, I need to weigh this amount. But I am a person who's like, I like my clothes to fit me this kind of way.
And I like those holistic goals better anyway. The numbers on the scale, they kind of lie to you.
Well, they do because if you're doing, and I knew by the way that my clothes fit, but also how they fit in certain places as well, right? So, we all gain weight differently.
Yep. Genetics.
And, and things like that. So, I'm like, I mean, I'm okay with me, but I would like to fit some of the pants that I had previously.
It's definitely something we help with. You are not alone in that. I've been in a few of these consultations where they're just like, yeah, it's the clothes, man. I'm not trying to go shopping again.
I don't want to buy a whole new wardrobe. Like, I would like to get some new items to add to my wardrobe, but I don't want to.
But I still want to be in these pants because look how cute they are. They'll show me the picture and everything. Look how cute these pants are. I need to get back in these. I'm like, okay, we gonna get you there.
But and I think really set your goals. We talk about this every new year, right? People make their New Year resolutions, and by next week they're done.
Usually about 3-4 weeks, and they're just like, oh,
that was real cute. I'm done.
It's like that was something.
I didn't love it. I'm out of here. And so really, what we're talking about in making a blueprint to reset your life is really about making lifestyle changes. It's not it. You could do anything for 6 weeks, right? But is it going to be a habit that you can form that you're gonna carry beyond that time frame? This is why I don't make New Year's resolutions. Like, I started my New Year planning in October.
Oh, you're better than me. You're better than me.
Well, because I have my, I have my stuff for my real estate. I have my stuff for my for the podcast and all my branding stuff. And so I'm just like, I want to. These are some of the goals that I'm going to put together, and how we want to move forward and grow and build and be able to help and support my clients and things like that. I start. So I'm not that person who's like, January 1, I would like to, because I already know that most of the time people make these New Year's resolutions and we don't stick to them. I want to make some different lifestyle changes. I want to be able to move a little differently and do better.
Yeah, that is always the goal. It's just do a little bit better than last year, a little bit better than last year. I try to do a little bit better than last month. I just keep it. It's just on a rolling cycle.
And sometimes it's day over day, right? And it's me against me. Comparison is the thief of joy. I tell people that all the time. A lot of times people are like, it will. Like, you're like, oh well, Aaron Michael does. His kick is all the way up here,
that'll steal all your joy.
And then you're like. So and that will halt you in your steps and prevent you from even taking a step to move forward. So stop comparing yourself to other people.
Especially because I've been working on that kick for a decade. So don't think it's just 10 days in. It's like, I got it. It's like, no. There was a lot of stretching going on. I had people on my back to get this kick.
Listen, so Aaron Michael from Kick House in Hyattsville, Maryland. We're going to try to put something together, and hopefully we can get some of you guys to come out and do a tryout class with me. We're going to put that out, so make sure that you keep paying attention and sign up, because I think that if the workout is fun,
which it is,
easier to continue to do it. Like, I know that I just have to move my body. I got real comfortable being inside. and being able to do things. And so we have to figure out different ways to move your body. And if that's, you're going to get up and go for a walk in the morning, or whether that is you're going to sign up for this challenge, or wherever you are, right? If you're in another area and hey, I want to take a Zumba class, take the Zumba class. Like, just do something so that we can move our bodies, because that is, being sedentary is really going to,
it's going to put you in the grave early. I would just put it out there. Sedentary is going to get you to the grave a lot faster.
Right. We just sitting there. So, you got to outwalk the grave.
No, literally. If you do nothing else, you just outwalk the reaper for as long as you can. You're just going to be like,
he can't catch me.
His feet don't touch the ground. He's just floating. He can only float so fast. Just walk away.
So yes, we are trying to, we're trying to recharge our souls and have the blueprint to reset our lives, and we have that. But it's going to start here. So it's in your mind, whatever it is that you want to do, whoever it is that you want to be. It's you against you every single time, and just trying to be better than we were previously. And don't get me wrong, we all have had setbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Setbacks happen. It's a part of life. But guess what? You're here. You get to try another day to do better.
Yep. Our honor and pleasure is just a climb. It's an old saying from my old days back when I was doing Taekwondo. We have a whole creed, and part of it was it was a part of the creed, but it was just like our honor and privilege is just a climb. The mountain of technique, of learning, and stuff like that. And I think when you approach it from that way,
Mhm.
it makes it a lot easier. The joy is that you can continue to improve your technique. There really isn't a top of the mountain. If you get on some Taekwondo websites and you see them start tricking and turning 580s, you can look up and go, I can't do that yet, but I could. And you just start practicing.
Okay.
And you'll develop it one day.
So now, what made you decide, hey, I want to own a kickboxing studio?
So it was a couple of things. I used to work in tech, and then kind of when the pandemic hit, and we all kind of had to split into our little pods, into our little tribes, as things started to come back together, and people weren't ready to, fully integrate and start going back to the clubs and partying and stuff like that. I was just teaching my friends Taekwondo in the park. That was just one of the things we did to get together, and I really enjoyed that. And, they gave me the feedback that they actually legitimately enjoyed my lessons and things like that. So I was just like, oh, I think that if I'm going to step away, if I'm going to try something different and see if I can do something different with my life, it should be in this avenue, because I've basically always loved and wanted to do and share martial arts with people for pretty much my whole life.
Okay.
So I moved out here, and one of my friends told me to just, walk on down the street and ask for a job. And I was just like, okay, Grandpa, thank you. I'll do it because I trust you. And yeah, no, it's a very old school method of going and getting a job. So I was like, you know what? I don't think it's going to work, but I'm going to do it. So I walked down the street. The kick house was just around the corner. And, I opened the door and went in. I was just like, you guys hiring? And they were like, yes. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, I'm here. No, I was actually shocked. I was like, I walked down. It's like, whatever. I'll go ask. I'll do whatever.
Then you got to go back to Grandpa.
And I was just like, bro, it worked. All right. You might have just taught me something right there. All right, cool. It's like, so I went in there and I worked there for a while, and then I left to kind of pursue other types of fitness because I wanted to be well-rounded in my offering if I was going to make this my career. And then I was out, I was studying, I was doing other things, and I just got the email that the owner was selling, and it was, again, same friend was just like, you could just own a studio, right? I'm just like, really? You can't? I was like, I could. You're not wrong. You didn't steer me wrong the first time. So,
you again?
Yeah, nope. I talked about it. Yeah. It was just such old fashioned advice. I was shocked. So.
Did he call you a whippersnapper?
He did not. No. I'm much more likely to call someone a whippersnapper. That's the only old man quality about him.
You know,
Any other time, I'd be like, now look here, young man. Look here, young blood. We gotta talk about some things and see how you've been running around here. And I got some advice. Normally that would be our relationship. I'm usually the old person, the old soul in the relationship. When he gave me that advice, I was like, you've outdone me here. So, yeah, when the opportunity arose, I looked at, what I wanted to do and everything that I've been working for, and I decided to take it because, no matter what, I'm going to get the experience of running a business and all that things. And Kickhouse was just also one of the places that brought me the most joy since I moved out here and in all the places that I worked. I liked the environment. I liked the people who run the franchise. I liked their idea of how kickboxing should be taught, the ladder system and certain things like that. So I liked the people who would be helping me, and I wanted to have that assistance because going in blind, going in alone would be difficult. Right. So I took that support and I decided this is what I'm going to do. And at the end of this month, I've been doing it for 2 years, and it's been an amazing experience.
Wow!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Yeah, no, it's been a ride for sure.
Absolutely. So there's the story within the story too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You took a chance on you.
Yes.
And sometimes you have to take a chance on you and take grandpa's advice.
Yeah, no, you gotta keep your ears open for good things. It's
and then I think too, right, there's so many stories here.
Mm-hmm.
Having good people around.
Yes, essential.
So having good people around you will elevate your life, will elevate your experience, and not people who are, I don't want to say judging, right?
You can say judging. Because they out there. They definitely out there.
And there are people that will sit in your circle and judge you.
Pessimistic.
Right? They don't want to get up and move. So they're, why you want to go to the kickboxing class.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to take a chance on themselves. And so why would you do that? Why would you go down there and try to buy these people's plates? Right? I mean, but having good people around you, not those people who are going to be the ones who are going to be lifting you up versus the ones who are kind of tearing you down behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you got something to say, right, sometimes we need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we need to hear like, hey, slow down.
Yep.
But other times, if you're gonna say it to my face.
Yes. Because I want to know. I don't want to hear it from somebody else.
I want to know because somebody said, "I heard you say," well, I would never say anything.
That's my least favorite thing. That's when I have to hear that somebody said something and then not from that. I hate that.
Let's please go elsewhere.
Yeah, no.
But have some good people around you. Have some trusted advisors. Be willing to take a chance on you and be willing to try something different. These are the things. And be willing to evaluate yourself. We have to start evaluating ourselves and get real comfortable with the fact that sometimes we be on some foolishness and fuckery, and we probably should talk to ourselves about
that little conversation.
Excuse me. Why are you over there doing that?
What you doing?
Don't do that. And have somebody that you can trust in that's going to give you some sound advice. These are some of the things that if you want to build a list,
mm-hmm.
make some of these things on your list. Hey, you know what? I'm really gonna focus on my mindset.
Huge.
It's so huge. I have seen people literally say in 1 minute, I'm so excited. I've decided to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm being positive. I'm yada, yada, yada. In the very next moment, they are down the rabbit hole. And you're like, hey,
come back up.
You weren't going back down there, remember?
Yep.
But you're going to have those ebbs and flows
Yep.
when you do these things, when you make these changes. There's going to be days during this challenge, I'm sure, that I'm not going to want to go to the kickboxing studio, but be determined.
Yep.
Give yourself a goal. And then the other thing is celebrate your wins.
Mm.
I talk about that all the time. I don't care what it is, whatever these mini milestones are, we try to make a big plan, and we get very overwhelmed with our big idea. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I have this great idea, this big idea, this blah blah blah, and I want to lose 50 pounds, and 50 pounds seems like a lot, and I'm just like, correct, right? It's not nothing.
Yeah, no, this is like it is.
So, and it seems like a lot, but if I can break this down into, you know what? I'm not going to think about 50 pounds right now. I'm going to think about, I'm just going to move my body every day.
Think about activity.
You know, yes.
Think about those whole foods.
I'm going to move my body every day, and then I'm going to substitute some things. Now, I'm a certified holistic health and wellness coach. I know how to do things. I don't always do them, but I do. Well, and I can say for me, I always tell people, usually, you ever watch that show, My 600-Pound Life?
I've heard of it. I never watched it because. So
let me tell you, what I find in that show, every single episode, people talk about these folks so badly. Oh my God, how they get this way. Well, every single one of them, there is something here that caused the physical, right? And so we gotta get here, and so when you make up your mind, hey, I'm gonna do something. That's the mindset part. Yep. And then now I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna change some things in how I, right? Yep. I'm not telling you go and throw everything away that you love in your refrigerator right now, because I promise you,
you're gonna buy it back.
You're gonna buy it back
really quick.
In the next week, the next shopping trip, you're gonna be like, why I put them Twinkies.
Yeah, I don't know why. This is,
But I tell people substitute, right? Substitute something, because if you feel like you deprived yourself of all the things that you love, then what you're going to do is you're going to one simple thing, one bad conversation, one I missed my show today, or I got a flat tire, my Uber didn't come.
Yeah, all of those, you're gonna be like,
like,
let me just.
Yeah, I need these chips right here.
Yep.
So,
been there.
Like some people are salty, crunchy, right? That's a thing. People don't think it's a thing. It's a thing. That's salty.
Absolutely a sweet person. That's some salty people.
That salty, crunchy thing, and it's not just the salt; it's the crunch.
Yeah, no,
right?
It's a feeling.
It is, and so you can, hey, instead of your Doritos, now maybe you have some handful of almonds, right? Or what? It's still crunchy. It can still be salty, and you're just substituting, and for things that you like. Because I promise you, I do not ever suggest that you eat stuff that you don't like. I think food is an experience. It's cultural. It is soulful, and I want to eat things that I want to eat.
Yep. And your body wants you to eat things that you want to eat. If you're eating stuff all the time and you're just like, oh, your body is gonna go, oh, right along with you. Like it's just not gonna like it.
I don't like it. So yeah, we gotta do these things differently, right? Make these goals that make sense. If your goal is to lose 50 pounds, that's fine. But celebrate that, hey, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to start walking for 10 minutes every day. And I don't care if you're walking in place in the living room for now. And then you're like, okay, well, next week I'm going to walk in the hallway. Yeah. And now you're outside walking around the house. And then, maybe you're just increasing those things. So, but celebrate it. Hey, you know what? I got up every day and I did some marching in place in the living room for 10 minutes. Celebrate that win. I did that. I did that. And now you can move on to the next thing. And then you're going to find the way you think about it is much different. And don't worry about other people, because people gonna people. And that's one thing they're gonna always do is people. So we want to keep things going and be able to like really just live out loud.
Yes, absolutely.
Live out loud.
Be proud wherever you're going. Be proud about getting there the whole way through. Just like every day, just like, yes, I did that, and I'm gonna keep doing it, and y'all can watch me do it because it's gonna happen. It's like that's kind of how you gotta, you can peacock a little bit just on the way there, and it doesn't matter where you start and how far you are. Be proud that you're going somewhere better.
Absolutely, and get you some of this Odyssey elixir because I actually feel like I have more focus.
Yep. Right no, it's like a nice fuzzy feeling, which is different than like the jitters that I've gotten on other energy drinks where it's just like I feel like I need to talk a mile a minute and then I need to move. Like, oh my goodness, the first time I took pre-workout, I was just like, well, now I can't sit down. It's just like sitting down is no longer an option. Like I need to move. This energy has to go somewhere. But this feels like I'm more in control of where I'm going to send my energy, what I'm going to do, and where it's going to go. So actually, I like this stuff. I would drink more Odyssey.
Okay. More Odyssey. So make sure that you go to delaceypaisley.com. If you've joined us live, make sure you drop your heart emojis down below. And if you're catching us on the replay, make sure you drop your number 2s in the comments down below. We are here on the YouTube platform. We want y'all to join us each and every week, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And stay in touch with my progress, y'all. Y'all pray for me.
You wanna drop the date on them?
Which date?
January 18th.
Okay. So January 18th is a Saturday, and we are looking to invite you guys out for a what do you call it? A trial class?
Yeah, we're gonna call it a trial class. We're gonna call it, a little mix, a little taste of everything we offer. So you're gonna get your kickboxing technique. You're gonna get a little strength training, some mobility, some breathing, some light yoga. We're gonna mix it all up for you and show you all the directions you can move and improve in to achieve your goals, just with a mat and some bags. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It sounds simple, but you can do a lot with it.
Absolutely. So if you are available, make sure that you come. We're going to put it on the events page so you can sign up and you can join me, and we will listen. Y'all can see me out there with my good hip and my not so good hip, and I'm gonna punch that bag.
Oh, she's definitely gonna punch that bag for sure.
So, and then you can do the same thing. Come get your frustrations out. If you think 2024 was trash and you want to punch it in the face, you can pretend that that's it, or whatever else is in your life. You can just come through and enjoy the time with us at Kick House Hyattsville. So for those of you who are in the DMV area, if you're not, come through, pull up on us.
Yeah, pull up. A little drive will be worth it.
We okay with that. Catch a flight. We're all right.
We might save you an Odyssey just so you can get your energy on the way back.
We might put an Odyssey in the refrigerator for you. So that you can restore yourself afterwards. But yes, we love that you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us at Sippin and Soul Speak. We are in year number 4. This is episode 188. We have been doing the damn thing for a good little minute, and we appreciate that each and every one of you show up for us each and every week. Thank you. We want you to be dope because you are dope on purpose.